Welcome back everyone, and for this video I wanted to do a quick haul of some of the stuff that I purchased on vacation. So I recently took a trip to Dallas, Texas with some friends. We spent a week there and did a lot of shopping in the area, and I found some neat stuff as well as general like Japanese snacks. They had a lot of Asian shops that carried a lot of things that I do not see in my area, so I thought it would be fun to showcase. I also have a huge used media and manga haul that I will make its own video. So this video will primarily be snacks and little trinkets that I got. I wanted to film this before I put everything away, so I apologize. I'm not in my usual setup like the past couple videos, honestly. I've been really lazy with it. I'll start off with two things that I completely bought on impulse. So while in Dallas, we visited the Meow Wolf interactive art museum thing, and it's connected to a mall. So once we did that, we went to the mall to look for a bookstore, and on the way there we encountered a Squishables. Didn't know they had actual brick and mortar stores. So we walked in and we saw these adorable little pumpkin guys, one of which is from their 24 collection, apparently this one. But they were so cute, and they were having a buy one get one free sale, so I got the pair. They're just so cute. Squishables as well. I think I got my first plushie from them when I was a teenager, and I went to one of my first conventions, and they were just starting out. It was an eagle, and I unfortunately did have to retire him because he was pretty old, but he lasted me a while. Their plushies are actually quite good quality, and they have this soft furry fabric that honestly feels softer than the Squishmallows. So I do think they're worth it, but for certain prices, I was willing to pay for these because they were so adorable. I absolutely love the little pumpkin head guys, and I'm happy I got them. These were, I think, 34 or 32 each, but with the buy one get one free, they were each about like $20 or so. So I think that's pretty worth it. So they'll be hanging out in the back of this video. Next, I have some miscellaneous stuff that we got from Michael's. So obviously Halloween is over. All the shops that carried Halloween merchandise have it on sale. So we did stop by Michael's, a couple actually, just to see what they had. This one just happened to be next to a Daiso, so that's the main reason that we stepped inside, since it was convenient. I got this bouquet of flowers because I have a cool vase that I want to put them in. I found this bow, which honestly, even with the discount, I do think was a little bit overpriced, but I really liked the print, and the fabric is quite soft. Apologies for my nails. They have been through it this week. I got that. Everything was 60% off, by the way. This fabric was just really cool, and I thought it would be nice to have for doll customizing and to make outfits with. I found a lot of their little Ashland miniatures, which I love, and I found this fireplace. With the discount, I think it was like $4, so I think that's pretty nice. I found this Beware Turned Back little crow. Adorable. I'm kind of picky with these. My friend spotted these little mini glow-in-the-dark stars. They're actually quite strong. When I pulled them out of my bag, they were obviously outside of the light, and I saw them glow pretty strongly, so I think those would be useful for crafts. I really liked these chandelier stickers. Don't know what I'm going to use them for, but they're really cool. I've not seen anything like that, really. I found this bottle of glow-in-the-dark ghosts, which I'm planning to use as trinkets in my goodie bags next year. I don't really get trick-or-treaters in my area, but I do leave out goodie bags for them or anyone who passes by, and they do go, so I wanted to put a little toy in them next year. I also have this sheet of stickers. This is mainly what I was really excited about. Look at that. It's so beautiful. I was tempted to get another, but I'm trying to practice self-control. And then these tiny little bottles that could be used for cool things. I used to make charm necklaces. I would create vampire fangs and other ingredients out of clay and put them in the bottles with some colored liquid to make necklaces. So that could be something I could do with those. I also found these little craft coffins. When my friend worked at Michael's, she used these to create some little jewelry boxes for me, which I find them very useful. I take them with me traveling, but I use them for bobby pins, and then I think the other one I have perfume samples in them. So I thought, let me pick up 2 more of these and just create little boxes out of them, just like she did, because they were really, really useful. And then I was really excited about this. One location had a lot of their Spooky Town merchandise on sale, most of which is still pretty overpriced in my opinion, even with the discount. But this one I thought was worth it. It comes with, it says 2 figurines, but they're counting the Reaper as 1. But it's this cool staircase with bones and this cool guy at the top. He was, I think, 12 or 14 with the discount, which I think is an okay price, so was happy to get that. In addition to that, we also visited some local shops, one of which was a reuse center. So similar to the one in my area, this one was a craft thrift store, sort of, where they just have bins and bins of different used craft supplies or loose craft supplies that you can dig through. And the difference with this one is that you got to choose how much you paid them for it. So you basically make them an offer for what you chose or picked out, and it goes towards a donation to their shop. I found that very interesting. It was a small shop though, but this is what it's called, Pegasus Creative Reuse. And the only thing I purchased from there, oh actually, I think there was one more thing other than this, but I'll have to find it. But I got a bunch of these little Sculpt-It packets that they had in a drawer. This is air dry hardening clay that I've seen the full bars of this, and it's a little pricey. So we offered like 25 cents for each of these packets, and oh, my friend ended up paying for these, so very grateful to her for buying them for me. In addition to that, I bought a ton of buttons just because I have a couple tops that need them, so I just picked out a bunch of black ones. And hopefully these match a couple of them so that I can finally use the tops again. I also bought a bracelet, but I don't remember where I packed it, so that might just appear somewhere. But this is everything that's not topical for my channel, but I thought it was cool anyway, so I figured I'd include it. Next, we did visit the Carlton Asian Market Center that has like an 85.99 range market, as well as other shops, including one called TESO, which is kind of a market slash not department store. It's really a grocery store. But they carry a lot of other stuff like blind boxes and things like that. From there, I did get this. Well, actually, technically I got a different one, but my friend ended up getting duplicates, so I traded with her. I ended up getting this red guy, and she traded me for this one. I was going to build him for y'all, but that's quite a lot of pieces, so I think I'm going to do that later. That's just too much for me right now. I just got back, but this is for Progenitor Effect, which is something I've never heard of. I genuinely thought this was some kind of Gundam adjacent series, but no, it's just a series of action figures and model kits that doesn't have an anime, but you can find a PV. There's what the guy looks like once he's built. Actually, it looks pretty cool. I really was hoping I would get the purple guy there in the middle, but neither of us got him. That's the one that I ended up getting, I think, on my first try. But it's okay. I just like giant robot people. They're interesting. So I'll build that in my own time later. Sorry I can't build that now. It's just not the time for it. In addition to that, not very interesting, I did purchase a ton of makeup. Well, not makeup, mainly lip balms. This is my favorite brand of lip balm that I discovered through a Korean website that I tend to buy skincare from. Rom and I believe is what it's called. They had a ton of different shades for it there for a reasonable price. So I picked out 2. One I think I opened. Oh no, it's right here. This is the other shade. Nougat Sand. I tend to go for the darker, more skin tone ones, but I picked out this little pink one. In addition to that, I didn't get these at TESO, but I did. There was another Asian market further up north in Plano called Mitsuwa, and I know there's a location of this in LA that's a lot bigger. But this one was decently sized, had a lot of cool stuff I'd never seen before, including a Kinokuniya and some gachapon on the inside. From there, I did pick up these two nail polishes that remind me of one I had purchased on AliExpress years back and really looked nice with my skin tone. So I picked up those. They were really tiny bottles compared to the price. I think they were almost $10 each, which is very expensive for these tiny bottles, but I figured I've never seen these before. Let me just take them. And then I just bought some more lip balms there, or tints. I'm going to try and rush through all the snacks and other stuff. So in addition to that, at TESO, I bought a ton of shampoo and conditioners because these honestly smelled amazing and I'm excited to try them. I also got a bunch of this Diane. This was for my mother, but she doesn't like using conditioners, she told me, so I guess I just have a random conditioner now. They also had this, which I've used before and left my hair feeling silky smooth, so I was really excited to see it there. That's the hair mask, but I also purchased a ton of shampoo because I also bought 2 more bottles of this that are somewhere and I'm not going to go searching for them, but I did buy the regular shampoo and conditioner of the Tsubaki, and then I bought the refills. Really gonna give this brand a shot long term, especially since I don't find it in my area, and they were on sale at the time. But outside of that stuff, I bought a ton of snacks, some of which are gifts for other people. Oh, I forgot about this honey. I bought this at a plant store, and I did buy some plants and some seed pods, but those aren't very interesting, and I've already put them away. Oh wait, I didn't buy these. My friend did, and they did not taste very good. These were, what were these? Pears? Yeah, pear gummies. They just tasted off. I don't honestly know how to describe it. She also had purchased these, which I think did taste better, but they were still a little... They weren't very flavorful. These are a classic. I bought these watermelon gummies from TESO. Oh, I forgot I had bought 2 sheet masks just because of the, you know, they got me with the designs. Luna from Sailor Moon and then this Hello Kitty zombie one. I also got this one from TESO, Yuzu gummy candy. Excited to try that. I wanted to try some of their sunscreen because I saw a video once where they switched the camera view to show how much UV your skin was being exposed to based on what sunscreen you used, a Korean and an American brand, and the Korean one really blocked a lot of it compared to the American one. Could just be propaganda. They didn't have any Korean brands, but I did see this Biore UV, and Biore is a trusted brand, so I decided to just pick that up and try it. I believe this is the last of the skincare. I just decided to get a cleanser while I was there. Rosette Cleansing Paste. I didn't realize this was for wrinkles. I just picked it out because of the scent, supposedly, that it has. They had a lot of different ones in different colors. I also picked up this Japanese coffee. Don't know if it's going to be good, but I'm excited to try it. Daiso had a bunch of flavors of these little mochi snacks that I really love. They're so expensive, but my friend was generous and offered to buy them for me. I got the Tamari Teriyaki, Thai Bird, Sriracha, and Golden Curry. Highly recommend if you can find them for a good price. This poor little bread got smushed in my bag. This is a strawberry wheat cake that Daiso tends to sell, but I've never seen the strawberry flavor. I did already try one and it was good. I got some chocolate covered gummies, which I have already tried, and they were delicious. Another flavor except peach, chocolate covered gummies. This ramen was on sale, and I just wanted to try the hot and spicy version, so I got that. I saw 2 of these at TESO, or a couple flavors actually. These are the Oreo Thins. This is the tiramisu flavor, and chocolate mousse, I believe, is what this one was. I like Oreos, but I much prefer just the cookie. If they made one that was just the cookie, I would buy it in a heartbeat. But the Thins at least don't have as thick of a filling, so thought I'd give those a shot. I got these little mocha chocolate cakes for my work. My friend and I were really excited about these. these are seasonings for rice that you can, if you're making rice balls and whatnot, you can mix it into the rice, or just in general. So it adds some flavor, and I picked out the sriracha and this other brand just to try different brands, the furikake. This one has a lot more seaweed, I think, so, which does worry me because I'm actually not a fan of seaweed, but if there's enough flavor mixed into it, like this one feels like it has a ton of sriracha flavor in it. I'm willing to try it still. This honey was on sale from $20 to $12, so I decided to pick it up. It's grape, and Mitsuwa was actually giving this out as a sample, so I got to try it after buying it from, I think, TESO. So that was nice, and it tasted really good and how they prepared it. I bought a ton of these, and I already ate one. I don't know if y'all remember, if you've been watching my channel for a long time. I used to order these all the time from, wow, I'm blanking on the website name, but I used to order Japanese snacks and candy from a specific website for years. It was a French company, I think, and they would import stuff from Japan and ship it to you. They had a reward system and everything. I really liked them, and these were some of my favorites that I ordered, and then they rebranded and the reward system went away and it just wasn't worth it anymore. So I stopped, but so happy to see these. I love these. They're like wafer cookies with airy chocolate on the inside. So good. And then I saw these Evangelion wafer cookies. Usually these kind also come with a sticker on the inside, so I thought I'd get two just to see if there were different stickers. I think there are. See, there's different ones you can get. So I'm excited to see what I get for those. I wish I could open them on video for y'all, but I don't want to waste food, and I already ate, so I'm not going to eat a bunch of snacks just to get a free sticker. Daiso had this. I have a couple of their little butane lighters, so I got that. Not very exciting. I bought the cucumber flavor, and I forgot what flavor this was. It just said spicy stick on the labeling. This one was good, but it's not very spicy. But I love spicy food, so I'm pretty biased. A lot of Japanese snacks that say are spicy just aren't. They don't handle spice like we do. But I am curious about these cucumber ones, so I'll take one now. I was not expecting the little tray. Yeah, that's cucumber. Well, that's interesting. They're good, but they're a little, I almost want to say sweet for my liking. I still expected them to be salty, but with a cucumber flavor, but they're on the sweeter side. Not sugary sweet, it's just, there's a lack of sodium in them. I'm sure there's still sodium in them, but the cucumber flavor really balances that out. All right, I believe the last of these snacks are these 4 boxes. These are little gummies, and I got these for my coworkers. I figured they could each pick a different flavor. This is peach. This is passion fruit. This is tangerine. And this is grape. I'm hoping they like them, and if not, well, I'll take them back. So it's very messy, but these are all the snacks and food items and toiletry items that I purchased. But it did not end there. At Michael's, I also found this cute little ghost that was on sale. And it does that. So cute. So excited to have that for next Halloween. I found this topper for my friend for her Christmas tree, and then I also found these. Really cute, and I thought these would be easy decor for when I leave the table out with the goodie bags. I try to decorate it, but it's pretty far out, so there's not a lot of lighting for me to add, so those are a nice little touch that I can add next year. But I did not stop there, because like I said, we did go to another shop. We went to multiple shops, and not only was there gachapon in one of them, there was an entire gachapon store in the mall. And then we obviously took a trip to the Kinokuniya, so I bought a bunch of stuff there. I'll start with what I bought from Kinokuniya, actually. So in Kinokuniya, I didn't really buy much other than one thing, and that was these blind bags for a series called To Be Hero X. This can be found on Crunchyroll. It's by a Japanese collaboration with a Japanese and Chinese animation company, and I really loved it. The story is not linear after a certain amount of episodes. It kind of goes backwards to give you the full backstory of this whole hero society and all the different characters involved in this competition that happens at the end of the series to decide who is the top hero. Very interesting, amazing, amazing animation and really good music. I really loved it at the end. And I don't think it's as popular as I thought it would be, so there's not much merch. So I was really excited to see something for it at Kinokuniya. So they had 3 different types. They had these little hero show tickets, which are just art prints for a specific collection or design of the characters, formatted in a way to look like if you were going to a live show, it would look like the ticket to it. This is Ghostblade, so I did get Ghostblade, which I was happy about. He's a funny character. I love him. Happy to get him. Each one came with these cards that I think are expired now. I think they expired in October. They led to, I think, a poll on the website for the series that allowed you to vote on your favorite hero, and supposedly this voting will determine who wins the tournament in the 2nd season. Very cool idea. But again, I don't think these work anymore. But still cool. In addition to that, they had these cards. I also got Ghostblade, so happy about that. They're not double-sided like the tickets. And then they also had keychains. I got X for one of them. These were more expensive. The cards and the tickets were 5 each. These were, I think, 10. Yeah, 10. So a bit pricey. They are very thick though, and the clip that they come with feels really sturdy. So here's X. It does look like there is a film that you can remove, so it probably looks even shinier than it is right now. But see how thick that is? That's crazy. But really cool. Again, happy I got X'd. So I purchased, I think, 6, 2 of each kind the first time around, and then we actually went back on the last day so I could get more of these because I really, really wanted one character. The first time around, I was really disappointed. I got her 3 times. I got her keychain. I got her card. There she is. She's a cool character. I just don't care about her like that. This is Lucky Cyan, one of the heroes. And then I also got her ticket, which is in one of these. So I will be probably selling her off as a set on my Mercari if anyone's interested, since I got all 3. If there's a mega fan out there for Lucky Cyan. Just be on the lookout. Here's what the full card looks like. And these are cool because they are holographic. But you see they have the full art. In addition to those, I got the character I wanted. I got Nice. Look at how handsome he looks. Love that. I got Dragon Boy, which he looks really cool here, so I might actually keep his card. And I love the purple. In the show, he's kind of annoying. And then I got Queen. I feel like all my friends love Queen. I like her too, but I don't think I like her as much as the others do. But I am keeping her as well. These are just really nice to use as bookmarks. They're quite thick and they're plastic. And then in addition to those, I got Loli, Hero Loli, which again, she was a cute character. I did like her, but again, don't like her like that. And then I ended up getting the dog, which again, cute character. He came in kind of late in the show, but I do like him. Just not like that. So I don't know who would want him, but I'll put him up on my Mercari just to see if anyone would like to take him off my hands. But that's all the To Be Hero X merch that I got. I could not stop thinking about getting these. And with the tariffs now, it's just easier to grab stuff when you see it in person, especially if it's for a decent price. I did the calculation just based on shipping and how much the tariff would be. If you were to buy these from Japan, they're like $4 each, so $5 at Kinokuna isn't too bad of a markup. And I'm just happy I got the characters I liked for the most part. Okay, but I did not stop there. As I said, there was a lot of gachapon available, and some of these I may have to actually open, but Mitsuwa had a gachapon section, and I did do a couple. I did a Godzilla one, as you can see, and I did not get Godzilla, unfortunately. But I got this cool plant thing. I forgot its name. My friend knew. But it's really cool. It's detailed. Only downside is it's quite an expensive gachapon. It was $12. Each token was $3, and this required 4 tokens. Oh, his leaf is missing. It's probably in the bag somewhere. So really cool that it comes with a little base and prop to create a diorama. In addition to that, I also did a Hamtaro one, and I got Hamtaro. I was so excited. These are very interesting. I'm hoping this elastic ring is strong enough because I am going to put him on my keys. I also did a little gacha with these little sitting down food dango. So cute. There were a couple you could get, and I got the one with the bunny. We actually got to try these on this trip as well, and they were not very good, to be quite honest. Here's a Hamtaro one. I did pull Hamtaro and then this guy here at the end. I just don't remember his name, but I did try twice, and thankfully I got Hamtaro on the second try, so I did not have to keep going. But again, at the second gachapon place, which was located in their mall, I went a little crazy because they had a lot of ones that I was interested in. So I'll just go through a couple. So I did this one. I don't remember what it's called, but I am happy with the girl that I got. She's so cute. Here are all the different ones you could get. I don't remember. What is this called? Vibu Sweets? Interesting, but I like that blue one too. But I'm happy with the one that I got, so I didn't go for another. She's so cute. I love the design. They're like little cave girls or something. Oh, found the other one. Here he is. Look at him. So cute. I just don't remember his name. I do remember him being a rascal though. In addition to that, I also did a gacha for these light up breads. They had so many of these little food creatures that sit down, and I was so tempted. But by this point, we had already bought a ton of stuff on this trip, and I was trying to be responsible with my money. Okay, there we go. I had to pull the tab, but look at how bright he is. I was very surprised. So cute. And there were so many cool different ones in this series. Let's see. Does it not show you? Oh my gosh. It doesn't show you all the different ones. But yeah, I'm glad I got the loaf of bread. He's very adorable and I love him. And like I said, they had a ton of these similar to this one. Just different foods that little guys just sitting around, but I resisted. Then I tried to pull Hikaru or Yoshiki from The Summer Hikaru Died. They did have a little rubber strap gachapon for it. But unfortunately, I got neither of them. I forget his name. I'm awful. It's one of their friends. He's not a bad guy or anything, but I just don't care about him. And then I tried this one, mainly because it's these little Japanese snowbirds, and they're so cute. I've always loved the look of these. And they're all different little pastries. And I got the little mochi. Look at him. Squeezed in between the leaf. Adorable. Finally, I tried for one of these sharks. thankfully I liked all of them, and they're all sharks, so there's no, you know, there's no downside if you like sharks. I was kind of hoping for him or him, but I got the little regular guy. He's still very cute. So round, so robust, rotund, adorable. The last gachapon is this Godzilla one. The gachapon machine, the gachapon store in the mall had another Godzilla one. It was different than the one in Mitsuwa, so I did try to see if I could get a Godzilla, because this one has more Godzillas in this one than in the other one. And I think I got one of him, but he's in like the special skin or something. I don't know. He's like gold and weird looking. I honestly don't like it too much. I was hoping he would be in the darker tone. But he's still cool, and I will build him. So I'm at least happy to have, you know, little monster dinosaur. They're very detailed and really cool. They have a lot of texture in the sculpt. And they come with the little diorama piece. So, still really cool. And then finally, my souvenirs from Meow Wolf. I got this little pin. And this magnet. Look at how cool that looks. The sea area is my favorite, so I was happy to see they had something for it. And then I got this pin, or button, I mean, for finding a 10% coupon while I was going through it. I found it stuck to one of the fences. It was really funny. But that's everything. I will try to make a thumbnail for this, but I don't know if I'll have time. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next video will be the manga haul, of which there's a lot of, so look forward to that. So yeah, if you're ever in the Dallas area, feel free to visit all the various Asian markets they have. I would highly recommend Mitsuwa Marketplace. It's up in Plano, Texas. And then the Carlton Asian area has the TESO, and just a lot of different shops in that area as well are really cool. Okay, I more or less organized everything. Here's everything that I purchased that's not books or other media. Quite a lot.